Trump's tariffs. This morning, the European Union hit the brakes on ratifying the U.S. trade deal after President Trump threatened a new 15% global tariff. And over the weekend, multiple Democratic governors called for refunds for the billions of dollars the government collected while the tariffs were in place. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, a possible 2028 presidential candidate, even sent President Trump an invoice for nearly $9 billion. When asked about refunds on Friday, President Trump said, "We'll end up being in court for the next 5 years." NBC News senior business and data correspondent Brian Cheung joins us now. So, Brian, in the wake of the Supreme Court decision on Friday, President Trump now saying he's going to impose this blanket 15% tariff on all global imports. How would that work? And how does he have the authority to do that? Yeah, and that's a big reason why markets are not doing that well today, because after the announcement that the Supreme Court had struck down the tariffs, then people were saying, okay, well, that's it. Then the tariffs are not there anymore, only to find out immediately afterwards that the president was going to pursue other avenues to reinstate those tariffs, essentially at the same rate. So again, what we're talking about here is the president saying that he will go after any country that wants to retaliate here. He said that on Truth Social by saying, quote, any country that wants to, quote, play games with the ridiculous Supreme Court decision, as he describes it, will be met with a much higher tariff. And I think that's the threat that the markets are reacting to here. And the president even doubling down and saying, all right, well, the Supreme Court said that I don't have the emergency authority under their previous statute to stand up those tariffs, but he's still going to do it unilaterally. In another Truth Social post, he said, I don't need the help of Congress to do a lot of these tariffs. So yes, even though in the previous regime prior to last Friday, we had seen things like a 34% tariff on China. We had seen a 25% tariff on Canada as well as Mexico. Those are gone for right now, but the president has now reinstated this 15% tariff. But I do want to point out that's only temporary. It's only going to last for 150 days. That's why that was the plan B to the president's plan A, which was just struck down. And Brian, a lot of this posts from the president coming this morning, also this morning, European Union's saying